UFC 268 was crazy. Great night of fights, tremendous night of fights. Glad I made that purchase. Your boy broke the fights down. Now I'm going to recap it. This is your boy JG, Exaggeration and Experience. We break down UFC 268 and all that matters. Let's go.
Kamaru, Usman, and Colby Covington. Go 25 minutes.
I like that. Good job, Joe.
Like I said before, y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy JG, Exaggeration and Experience. Last night was a crazy night of fights. UFC 268, it went down, and it was not disappointing. We know at the top of the card, you had the welterweight strap on the line. Kamaru Usman battled Colby Covington. Also on the card, Rose Namajunas looked to defend her belt against Zhang Weili. And then to lead the night off, we know we had that crazy banger, Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler. Let's get right into it. So we know that last night was UFC 268 November 6th, but we also know that Canelo Alvarez looked to unify and become undisputed against Caleb Plant for his IBF belt, last one standing. Those events both took place last night, and so I broke that fight down, provided a prediction. I provided a prediction for 4 of the 5 main card bouts for the UFC joint, and I'm gonna brag a little bit. I got everyone right. Now, I will be honest and caveat this. When the 4 fights that I predicted for the UFC card were the main event, the co-main event, Gaethje, Chandler, and then I just simply said, if you check out the video, the last video, I just said that I hope Frankie Edgar doesn't get knocked out again, because that's upsetting to me. And he got knocked out. So can I call that a prediction? I'm still calling that a prediction, because I was sad thinking about all the times I've been watching him lose in the recent years, and I'm tired of watching it. And Vera didn't care about what I felt or what I was thinking or my concerns. He just went ahead and finished off at Frank Edgar. Quite honestly, I don't want to see him fight anymore. All right, let's go. All right, y'all. So the main event, UFC 268, Madison Square Garden, Usman Covington. Usman went out and did what he did. You know, I predicted a brutal stoppage, or that it would at least be violent. It was violent enough. He dropped Colby Covington twice in the second round. After that left hook, the second knockdown, when he landed that left hook, I was pretty certain that he was not getting back up, because when he got hit, the way he fell crazy. And his eyes, I can't do it, but his eyes kind of crossed a little. He's looking crazy. I said, oh, there's no way he's getting up. But credit to him, because he got up and he fought on valiantly. At the end of the day, like I said, and I need to break this, when I broke the video down, I mentioned 2 things. Kamaru Usman has an all-time great jab in MMA, and he has a devastating right hand. I said, if all things are considered equal, what one thing does Colby Covington do that Kamaru Usman can't do? And I didn't have an answer for that question. I still don't. He went into a bout with a superior opponent, that being Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington did, and got into a firefight and lost. He landed some shots. He buzzed Usman a couple times, but when the fight was over, you know, Covington was wearing the damage because he's in there against a bigger, stronger guy. I pulled up the punch stats here, and Kamaru Usman, obviously we know he had 2 knockdowns, but he had more output and he was more accurate by 2%. And it shows through. Tremendous job. Also, you know, he made a solid investment to the body. Colby Covington can fight. I'm not taking anything away from him. The dude, he's corny. He's mad corny. I know some of y'all are checking for that, but Colby Covington can fight. At the end of the day, he's lost twice to the champ. And I think one of the interesting things is in his post-fight, him talking about putting himself in a position to compete for the belt again. Well, unless Kamaru Usman retires, I can't see a scenario, once again, I'll say it again, where Colby Covington beats Kamaru Usman. I don't see that scenario playing out. I think about another guy like Masvidal. And at this moment in time, I think Colby Covington is probably a more established mixed martial artist, despite his deep resume, that being Masvidal. Colby Covington's done more recently against similar or slightly better competition than Masvidal has. Shout out to Masvidal. But Masvidal is also in the same boat. What if he could go on a run and fight for the belt again? And it's still Kamaru Usman. I know how that fight ends. He gets knocked out or stopped viciously again. Same thing with Colby Covington. So what's next? Yeah, Leon Edwards fighting Masvidal coming up. You got Vicente Luque waiting in the wings. You got my man. Oh damn! He just destroyed somebody last weekend. Anyway, you got my man with the crazy beard. You know, them Russian cats that got that beard. That when you get that little chin strap beard, that means you're not playing any games in there. But he's waiting in the wings. So there are still exciting fights for Kamaru Usman. He really is flirting with the GOAT conversation. 15 wins in a row. He is the best welterweight to ever fight in the UFC. Excuse me. He's that dude. Shout out to him. Co-main event of the evening. Rose Namajunas, she went out there and she did her thing. Zhang Weili, you went and you got a crazy haircut. Didn't maintain, didn't take care of it, didn't get it tapered on the side or the back, and came out here and got rolled up by Rose Namajunas. And I think you lost because of your haircut. Straight like that. Rose Namajunas, like I mentioned before, crazy footwork, does a fantastic job maintaining range and distance. She threw a little trip in there to seal the deal. And Zhang simply just didn't have answers. I mean, it is what it is. It's one of those deals where she lost, she knew she lost, and then from here going forward, it's just about her growing and learning, trying to evolve in the sport because, you know, Rose just really kind of outclassed her. Like last time, if you get kicked, you get a foot to the face. Yep, you get a foot to the face and get knocked out. You can say, "Damn, you know, she caught me slipping. That was a fluke. That wasn't real." When you come and get tooled up and touched up and bloodied up and rolled up, get ground and pounded a little bit, and just kind of get dominated. Rose fought well and Zhang did her thing, but Rose kind of made that look easy. I'm not gonna front. Shout out to Rose Namajunas. She's really starting to make her way to some lists that, you know, if I'm being 100% honest, I didn't see, you know, the Valentina Shevchenko list, the Amanda Nunes list. You know, Rose Namajunas is on that list. She's a winner. That's what she is. She's a winner, straight like that. So congratulations to Rose Namajunas. Shout out to Zhang. I still anticipate that she'll be a champion one day again, but as long as Rose is fighting and fighting at this level, it's a wrap. Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler. Shout out to the UFC for putting this as a first card. This fight, believe it or not, is why I didn't even buy the Canelo fight, because of Michael Chandler and Justin Gaethje. Because these dudes don't care about their own well-being. And they just went out there and just punched the shit at each other for hell of time. 15 minutes? They went the whole joint. And I know they broke a record, too. Most significant strikes landed combined. Where are these guys at? Yeah, they just went in there and just punched each other up. But, like I mentioned before, when I broke the fight down, Justin Gaethje being just more polished, having more weapons at his disposal from a stand-up perspective. He did a great job with the leg kicks. He threw in some filthy uppercuts. And he was just a more polished fighter. Michael Chandler's all heart. He's a brute. He has crazy power. And he's not a quitter. So he was always going to be in that fight. If you can't just knock him out, like just get him out of there, yeah, it's going to be a problem for the period of time that he's available for combat. Both these fighters left the arena, went straight to the hospital because that was crazy damage. I'm looking for that number. Totals. Anyway, that was a crazy fight. That was worth the price of admission. Shout out if you bought the pay-per-view. Like I said before, you take that fight, you put that as a headliner on any card beyond 268, and that's a fight people are going to pay pay-per-view money to see. It did not disappoint. Shout out to both those combatants. A brutal fight. Michael Chandler was looking crazy after the fact. He had a little picture with Gaethje. And shout out to Justin Gaethje. Shout out to Trevor Whitman. Usman, Rose Namajunas, Justin Gaethje, all fight under Trevor Whitman. He's their head coach, their trainer, a smart dude. He knows what he's doing. And when you can do it with different styles of fighters, right? So we got Rose's style, you got Kamaru's style, you have Gaethje, and you can figure out a way to mold them into being consistently successful. That's a mark of a great coach. Now you get a guy, let's say you just get lucky and you get one of these all-time greats, and you know, he's beating the shit out of people, and then you taking credit. No, I want to see you roll multiple fighters in your gym. Maybe not to world championship level, but close, competitive. But all three of them have won gold, interim gold for Gaethje, but gold still. Fought against Khabib, didn't go his way. Great night of fights. Shout out to the combatants. Oh man, I forgot my man Frankie Edgar. Hey Frankie, man, come on, man. I think it's time to let go. Both hands. Shout out to you. You pretty much ended and ruined BJ Penn's career. You know, you had the crazy battles with Gray Maynard and all that other good. Nah, it's time to go, G. Shout out to you. But that's my time. That's the UFC 268 recap. Hell of a night of fights. I had an opportunity to look at the Alvarez Plant fight earlier this morning. Good fight, but I'm gonna break that fight down in a separate video. I predicted the Canelo will win. Anyway, this is your boy JG, Exaggeration Experience. If you had not had the opportunity, please like, subscribe, bell icon for notification. We out.